Futility is the dark cloud that follows every human ambition. It lingers behind grand plans, noble revolutions, and private promises, whispering that all efforts can dissolve into nothing. Because you see, at its core, futility is the tension between desire and outcome, the aching realization that no matter how fiercely one strives, the universe is indifferent. Yet, it is precisely within this tension that some of the deepest truths about human existence are revealed. In this episode, I discuss the feeling of futility and why things in our lives never seem to change. But do they? Let's get into it. The theme of futility runs powerfully through literature and philosophy. In the myth of Sisyphus, Albert Camus presents the image of Sisyphus eternally pushing a boulder uphill, only for it to roll back down each time it nears the summit. The punishment is absurd, not merely because it is endless, but because it achieves nothing. Yet Camus famously concludes that the struggle itself is enough to fill a man's heart. In this interpretation, futility does not negate meaning, it invites defiance. The act of pushing the stone becomes a rebellion against emptiness. Similarly, in Waiting for Godot by Samuel Beckett, two characters wait endlessly for someone who never arrives. Their conversations loop, their memories falter, and time seems to go on forever, leaving the audience to confront the discomfort of inaction and uncertainty. Yet the play's power lies in its honesty. It mirrors the human condition. And I've learned that much of my life is about waiting, waiting for clarity, waiting for success, waiting for love, waiting for change. And often what we wait for never materializes in the way that we usually expect. Futility then becomes a shared human experience rather than a private failure. If we go beyond literature, though, we can see that the futility exists in our everyday life. And it's kind of like a student who studies tirelessly only to fall short of a desired grade, or maybe a young adult who tries desperately to keep pace with his peers, but realizes that they have not developed the social skills to thrive on their own. Or lastly, a couple that yearns for a lasting relationship and loses nonetheless to the sad fact that they're just no longer compatible. These moments feel crushing because they challenge the belief that effort guarantees reward. And today's culture frequently promotes this idea that persistence will always triumph. When the reality contradicts this narrative, despair can follow. Yet perhaps the flaws lie not in the effort, but in the exception. Nature itself reflects futility's paradox. Some stars burn out, some roads dead end, some diseases never get cured. But what bubbles to the top is hope. Against the scale of cosmic time, individual achievements can seem to be vanishingly small. The ancient Stoics, including Marcus Aurelius, meditated on this impermanence. They advised focusing not on outcomes beyond our control, but on the integrity of one's actions. In this way, futility becomes liberating. If results are uncertain and permanence impossible, then the value of an action must reside in the action itself. There is also a strange beauty in futility. Consider the artist who paints knowing that the canvas will eventually fade, or the gardener who plants flowers that bloom briefly and die. The temporary nature of their work does not diminish its worth. Rather, it simply intensifies it. Ultimately, futility confronts humanity with a choice. One can surrender to apathy, including that nothing matters, or one can persist, aware of the limits, but remains committed nonetheless. Awareness A futility strips away illusion of control and permanence, but it also clarifies what remains: intention, courage, presence, and hope. My name is James, and I thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please like, share, and subscribe. A thumbs up really goes a long way to helping out the channel. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.